Okay, here we are for the second installment of shooting in bright sun and trying to get that low aperture. So we're going to use the same setup pretty much, except without the neutral density filter. So we're going to use the a6700 with the Tamron 17 to 70 2.8. We're not going to put the ND filter on. We're going to instead flip the flash to high speed sync, and we're going to see how that works. All right, so let's get this set up. Today, instead of having to take a picture of my ugly face, I brought a model with me, the cute Olivia. She's going to be helping us out. Right now she's holding this camera for me because it's a little windy. I have, in fact, let me show you guys this. Flip this around. Okay, so I keep this just a little strap, and I just got the stand kind of strapped onto my camera bag. It's pretty heavy, and so that's going to be doing our wind protection. So we've got the softbox, the light, and that's on. And so now we need the commander. Okay, so this little guy is our commander. I'm not sure if we can even see this on video. We see it, I can see it just fine, but we're gonna go into, so we swipe down from the top. Okay, yeah, right on the main setting, there's a lightning bolt with an H. And that's for high speed sync. So that's what we're gonna try out. If you don't have high speed sync turned on, when you try to adjust your shutter speed, it's gonna max out at whatever your camera's max is. The 6700 is 1/60th of a second, so we'll be stuck there. But with high speed sync turned on, it'll let us go past that. All right, so pop that on there. Be on if we had a battery in it, but we don't have a battery in it. All right, there's a battery. So I'm gonna switch this to full manual. I'm gonna go down to ISO 100, which is what we were at last time, and f2.8, and I'm just gonna turn this up. So at 1600th of a second, is where it looks like it's about right. So I'm gonna go, say one stop down, that's 4,000th of a second. So let's see, and I'm a little tall for Olivia. So we get that set, we adjust this, so we're shooting at 2.8, and I'll take a shot just like that for our background exposure. And then we're gonna turn on our flash again. Flash mode. Auto flash, field flash, slow sync, rear sync. So if we go flash mode, normally I'm in rear sync mode, but I think I can either cannot be in rear curtain sync mode. Let's put this approximately where it was before. Move this over, you still tracking me? So, okay, so 4,000th of a second, right here. Actually looks really good. I'm gonna move it in just a tiny bit. Okay, there we go. A little tighter. Okay, Livy, turn your shoulders towards that flash just a bit, and then your face back at me. Oh, and you got your drink in your hand and everything. See how that looks. Sometimes it's nice to take a peek in the viewfinder. Okay, wow, that is beautiful. Turn your face towards the light. Okay, eyes back here. I think I want to drop the light just a tiny bit more. So I'm going to flip this to manual because I'm curious at what power output we're going to use. So right now it's at half power, high speed sync, okay? So that puts us at 1/4000th of a second, f2.8, high speed sync, and half power is about right on. So I think we're actually, in this case, high speed sync is giving us a little more oomph than our ND filter did the other day. So interesting. So on this camera, 4,000th of a second is as fast as it goes. So high speed sync works great. If you've got it, give that a try, turn it on, and sometimes you have to tweak your flash settings in the camera. So rear curtain sync on this camera cannot also be high speed sync. It won't let me move that shutter speed. But if I go to standard mode, or slow sync, which is weird it's called that, it lets me shoot. The two big names for high-speed syncing is the Sony A9 III. You can sync at any shutter speed with regular flashes. You don't have to have special high-speed sync mode. You can use full power, full lights, boom, you just sync up. And then Hasselblad, and many medium format cameras, but anything that has a leaf shutter on the lens with a sync connector. The Hasselblads lets you go to like 2,000th, I believe, of a second at 100 megapixels, so that's pretty incredible. High-speed sync, in this case, I would say is the winner. It's easier to do, and I'm getting a little more output. The flash is bouncing better. I am right at the limits of this camera, however. Now maybe I'll do one more test, because this camera does let me kind of cheat on the ISO, and I can go down to ISO 50. So maybe I'll try one right there. And let me see what ISO 50, that's another full stop. And I've got less zebraing going on at ISO 50. If I go to f4, there's one more stop the other way, you can see it gets very dark. So if I go to f4 and then I turn this power up to full on high-speed sync, let's see what that does. So this one is full power, high-speed sync f4, and that brings the light pretty much back in. So that's pretty interesting. So sometimes you'll need to stop down, right? That's just how it is. If you can't get your exposure the way you want it at f2.8 or f2 or whatever you're shooting at, and you could combine these two. You can do high-speed sync with a minimal ND filter and get there. So maybe some combination of the two, and away you go. You're happy. So there's always some kind of trade-off. But overall, the high-speed sync works really well, and it's not about how fast your subject is moving, it's all about your shutter. Okay, so here we have Olivia. Let's see if we can see her. There she is. Now, Olivia made another cool video with her camera a little while ago, and she is so often helping me out on photo shoots. Huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Anything you want to say to the folks at home?
Well, have a good time, and always remember, you gotta bring your camera or else you can't take pictures unless you have it fun.
Yep. Well, that could be your camera, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, Olivia.